It's the first week of December 2024. The city is wrapped in a cold, silvery dawn, the streets dusted with frost, and New Yorkers hurry through their routines, unaware that their world is about to be shaken to its core. Suddenly, chaos erupts in the heart of Manhattan. Sirens wail, police tape flutters in the wind, and the city is rocked by a brazen daylight assassination that will send shockwaves far beyond New York's borders. Brian Thompson, the high-profile CEO of United Healthcare, is gunned down in broad daylight as he leaves a meeting, his life cut short on a bustling city sidewalk. The attack is swift, precise, and leaves witnesses frozen in disbelief. The city reels in horror. This isn't just a murder, it's an assault on the very heart of corporate America. The financial district, usually a symbol of power and stability, is now a crime scene, and the sense of vulnerability is palpable. The NYPD responds with unprecedented urgency, launching a massive manhunt. Detectives scour surveillance footage, interview dozens of witnesses, and chase every possible lead. News helicopters circle overhead as headlines explode across every major outlet. The nation is transfixed. People gather around televisions and newsstands, gripped by a mix of fear, fascination, and disbelief. The story dominates every conversation, from boardrooms to coffee shops. It quickly becomes clear. This was no random act of violence. The killer was methodical, the execution chillingly calculated. Theories swirl about motives, from corporate espionage to personal vendettas. In boardrooms across the city, executives whisper in hushed tones, security is tightened, and the business world is rattled to its core. The public demands answers, and the pressure on law enforcement is immense, with every misstep scrutinized. Media outlets release grainy images of a person of interest, and within hours, tips begin pouring in from across the country. The investigation becomes a national spectacle, with every new clue dissected by experts and armchair detectives alike. Every detail is scrutinized. Every theory debated. Was this a message to the corporate elite, or something even more sinister? Theories multiply, and speculation runs rampant. The murder of Brian Thompson becomes a national drama, unfolding in real time. News vans line the streets outside police headquarters, and anchors deliver breathless updates as the investigation intensifies. As days pass without an arrest, anxiety grows. The city's usual energy is replaced by unease. Nighttime streets are emptier, and the sense of safety that once defined Manhattan feels shattered. Across the nation, people obsessively refresh their phones for updates. The search for the killer becomes a national obsession, with amateur sleuths and professional investigators alike desperate for answers. The world is watching, international news outlets pick up the story, and people everywhere wait for justice to be served. The pressure mounts with every passing hour. As the sun sets over the city, one thing is clear: the next chapter in this extraordinary case is about to begin, and the world is holding its breath. The investigation zeroes in on Luigi Mangione, a 26-year-old engineer with no criminal record. On paper, Mangione is the picture of normalcy, a promising young professional, respected by his colleagues and known for his quiet demeanor. He grew up in a modest neighborhood, excelled in school, and landed a coveted job at a reputable engineering firm. Friends describe him as reserved but kind, someone who kept to himself but was always willing to help others. He's quiet, intelligent, an unlikely suspect for a high-profile assassination. His life, up until now, seemed unremarkable, marked by routine and discipline. Co-workers recall late nights at the office, dedication to his projects, and a meticulous attention to detail that set him apart. Yet, he's accused of meticulously planning and executing the murder of Brian Thompson. The allegations are shocking, not just for their brutality, but for the methodical way in which the crime was carried out. Investigators say every step was calculated, every move deliberate. The motive? Still a mystery, fueling public intrigue. Speculation runs rampant. Was it a crime of passion, a political statement, or something even more sinister? The lack of answers only deepens the fascination. Mangione's face is everywhere, the centerpiece of a national manhunt. His image dominates headlines, news broadcasts, and social media feeds. The public is captivated, desperate for any new detail about the man behind the crime. Prosecutors allege he traveled to New York with a single purpose: murder. Surveillance footage and travel records are scrutinized, piecing together his movements in the days leading up to the crime. Authorities say he stalked Thompson, learned his routine, and struck with chilling precision. They claim Mangione spent weeks observing his target, blending into the background, unnoticed by those around him. The murder weapon, a silenced firearm, suggests sophistication. It points to careful planning and a level of expertise rarely seen in crimes of this nature. Investigators dig into Mangione's past, searching for any clue to explain his alleged actions. They comb through his digital footprint, interview friends and family, and analyze every aspect of his life for a possible motive. Was it personal, political, or something deeper? Theories abound, but the truth remains elusive. As Mangione transitions from fugitive to defendant, the legal battle begins. His defense team prepares for a fight, while prosecutors build their case, determined to uncover the real story. The world's focus shifts from the streets to the courtroom, as everyone waits to see if the truth about Luigi Mangione will finally come to light. The break in the case comes unexpectedly in Altoona, Pennsylvania at a local McDonald's. It's a quiet evening, the kind of night when nothing out of the ordinary is supposed to happen. But tonight, the golden arches glow over a scene that will soon make national headlines. Inside, a sharp-eyed manager recognizes Mangione from the news reports that have been playing on every TV for days. Heart pounding, she quietly steps away from the counter and dials 911, careful not to draw attention. Her calm under pressure sets everything in motion. Within minutes, police cruisers pull up outside, their lights flashing in the night. The officers move in, aware that the man inside could be dangerous. The tension is thick, every second stretching out as they prepare to make their move. Officer Stephen Fox, one of the first on the scene, later recalls the moment he locked eyes with Mangione. He remembers the suspect's knowing smile, a subtle, almost defiant gesture, as if he understood the chase was finally over. The arrest itself is swift and remarkably calm. There's no struggle, no raised voices, just a quiet resignation as Mangione is handcuffed and led away. In a matter of minutes, the nationwide manhunt that had gripped the country comes to an end in the most unassuming of places. News of his capture spreads like wildfire. Television screens across the country flash with breaking news alerts. For many, it's a moment of relief, a sense that justice is finally within reach after weeks of uncertainty and fear. The setting, a simple everyday fast food restaurant, adds a surreal twist to the story. It's a reminder that extraordinary events can unfold in the most ordinary places, forever changing the lives of those who witness them. In the end, it wasn't a seasoned detective or a high-tech investigation that cracked the case. It was the vigilance of ordinary citizens, people just going about their day, who delivered the final, crucial clue. The man accused of a Manhattan assassination is finally caught, not in a big city, but in small-town Pennsylvania. The manhunt is over, but the story is far from finished. Now, as Mangione faces the legal system, a new chapter begins, one that will test the limits of justice and reveal the true impact of his actions. With Mangione in custody, police search his backpack, inside toiletries, bank cards, and a loaded magazine of bullets, hidden in wet underwear. Altoona police officer Christy Wasser testifies to the strange concealment. The find suggests Mangione was prepared for more than just travel. Also, inside, his passport, driver's license, and a handwritten escape plan. The note details routes, disguises, and strategies to evade capture. Prosecutors argue this is the toolkit of a fugitive, not an innocent traveler. Each item tells a story of flight, planning, and potential violence. The backpack's contents become key evidence in the case. Mangione's arraignment in Pennsylvania is chaotic. Reporters, police, and onlookers crowd the room. Officer Fox testifies that Mangione surveys the crowd and remarks, "All these people are here for a mass murder. Wild." The comment is chilling, detached, and unsettling. Was it sarcasm, a slip, or something darker? Mangione shows no remorse, just a strange detachment from the spectacle. Prosecutors seize on this moment, painting him as cold and calculating. The arraignment becomes another headline in an already bizarre case. The public is left to wonder, what's really going on inside Mangione's mind? In Manhattan, Mangione's defense pivots to procedure, not the murder itself. They argue police violated his Fourth and Fifth Amendment rights. The focus, the warrantless search of his backpack and the circumstances of his statements to police. The defense claims key evidence, the magazine, passport, and note, should be thrown out as fruit of the poisonous tree. They also question whether Mangione was properly Mirandized before questioning. These pre-trial hearings become a battle over the rules, not the crime. The outcome could reshape the entire case. Prosecutors fire back, insisting police followed the law at every step. They argue the backpack search was legal, a search incident to arrest. Officer safety and evidence preservation justified the search, they say. On the Fifth Amendment, they claim Mangione was Mirandized before any substantive questioning. His mass murder comment, they argue, was spontaneous and admissible. The prosecution frames this as textbook police work, not overreach. Their goal: keep all evidence in play for trial. Suppression hearings reveal the prosecution's evidence. Photos of Mangione's passport, driver's license, and bank cards are shown in court. These items, ordinary on their own, now suggest a man on the run. The loaded magazine, hidden in wet underwear, hints at continued danger. The handwritten escape plan is the prosecution's smoking gun for premeditation. It details routes, disguises, and a clear intent to evade justice. Each piece builds a narrative. This was no accident, but a calculated crime and escape. The evidence preview is chilling and powerful. The prosecution's case is strong, and the world is watching. The trial looms. The judge's ruling on the evidence will shape the entire trial. If key items are suppressed, the prosecution's case could collapse. If admitted, the state can present a full narrative of planning, murder, and flight. Jury selection is next, and the world's eyes are on the courtroom. The trial will test the justice system, its rules, its fairness, and its resolve. The murder of Brian Thompson has become a national reckoning. As the trial begins, the city and nation wait for a verdict. Justice hangs in the balance.